The bank was founded in 1928 by my great-grandfather and grandfather, who had been in the banking business in Lynch, Nebraska, sold their interests and moved and lived in Omaha for a while, and would travel on the train between Omaha and the farm in Lynch, and stopped in Bennington and decided that the train made a stop here, and they decided this would be a great place to have a bank. Bennington was a thriving small community right along the railroad that didn't have a bank. You know, the founders of the bank had started a bank at a very difficult time in the late 20s, right before the Great Depression, and their big struggle was survival. Surviving was really important, to be here for the community at a time during the Depression when the community really needed them. You know, during the bank holiday, which was when the federal government came in and closed the banks, every bank in the country for 3 days, my grandfather was loaning people money out of his pocket just to get them by, to pay for groceries or whatever they needed to do. And in order to reopen, you had to have 50% of your depositors come and vote that they would leave their money in the bank and not touch it for 6 months. In Bennington, they did that, led by some really strong community leaders. They voted, they left their money in, and the bank survived. And we've been here ever since. You know, made it through the ag crisis, thrived through this latest Great Recession, and here we are today. Well, I'm the fourth generation in my family to be the CEO of the bank, and I think that tradition and that continuity has played a huge role in our ability to grow and thrive. We've got some really strong values about taking care of people and being very honest and very loyal to our customer base. And I think that that has been passed down through the generations. Well, I think the advantages of being part of a family business is that you grow up with it. You sit around the dinner table and hear about it growing up. And so you learn the business from a very early age. I started working at the bank when I was 12 years old, filing checks and shredding paper and doing those sorts of things. And so I really have grown up with it. And then to have two mentors there, my grandfather and my father, there to help me along the way has always been huge. My grandfather grabbed me when I was about 15 and said, "You can do anything you want to do, be anything you want to be." I think being a banker kind of would have surprised him. He died before I got out of college, but I think that might have surprised him. I'm not sure he knew I was going to go down that path. I think when you're a family-owned bank, you're emotionally invested in your community with your customers. When you're just a shareholder or just a manager for a larger organization, you don't have that same emotional tie and investment to your community. I think I would like to be viewed as a good steward of what's been given to me. I'd like to continue our tradition of excellence in customer service, and I'd also like to watch us grow and thrive. And if I can hand that to the next generation, I think I will have done my job.